So we can fit that on this keyway, which is there. And I'll put that in upside down. So now that's the correct way round. This keyway should go on here. And there it does. Hello everybody, welcome back to the garage where we're trying to put the TZR back together again. I have done stuff. That was the last video. So now we're going to get on with the two-stroke oil tank, air solenoids. Going to try and put the throttle cable and power valves back together. And I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to get through on this, but I'm going to do my best to make as much progress. It's a long journey, but we'll see if we can get there. So let's get the spanners out and get on with it. Okay, so here it is. I think I'll give this just a little clean up before I put it on, so I'll be back in a second. I'll have to go back to my video and have a look at that. Right, really, that's how you do it. Let's have another go. Right, it's easy when somebody shows you how to do it, isn't it? And then that is just tipping out of it, which is great because I want it to be bled. So I'm going to install the two-stroke oil pipes now, and there's no oil in them. And if I installed them, then it would cause a problem when I start running the bike. So these need to be filled with oil, primed basically. And it's going to be really messy.
Video this bit with it coming out.
Right, a couple of bits go on now. Time to collect the throttle cable and power valves. Which is all this stuff. Got my torque values here. The centre bolt is 10 and the brackets are 5. So let's just check that we've got 5 on the outers. Yep. There you go. You can feel that's located in now. That's all it needs. Done. Front carb goes on now. Yep, that's it. You remember from my carb video, I said the this drain faces away from the front wheel, so that goes on the front. So let's get the TPS on the top of this, and then we can reinstall the carb. So the next thing is the front air jet connector. I don't think this is the most efficient way that we've taken everything off, but I really don't want to change the order that I'm doing things because I'm going by my videos as a complete guide. So even though it seems like that's just a silly thing to do, I'm going to do it that way because then it's the exact opposite of what I've done before. So and all we're going to do with this is just connect it up to the front carb. Okay. So I've dug the Loom out and I promised I would give it a dose of electrical cleaner. So let's get that done. I'll wait for that all to dry off. And while that's drying off, we will have a nice cup of tea. Right, so let's get the oil pump cable in. There we go. That's in. And then the little clip that goes over the top. Obviously, all of this needs adjusting. I will go through it all again and make sure that everything's lined up. The oil pump, the carbs are both at the same height, and the power valves are fully open, fully closed. And I'll use the zeal as well to do that. But for now, that's it. And on to the fun stuff, which is the wiring loom. Right, okay, here we go. So we need to send this part of the loom through here. I think that's about it. Then we need to send this through.
Yep.
There. I think that's mostly right, because these are where the terminal box are. All this stuff's out the back here for going up to the zeal. So I think we're about right. We'll get into this in greater detail later. Next up is the choke system. This is here, which goes on this side of the bike. That one can stay there. This one swings over the top and goes into the carburetor down there. Right, next off is the rear carb. I think I'll just put the choke on this before I put it in. Good. Okay, that's the rear carburetor on, and the chokes are on. what's next on the list? On to getting this alternator in. I'm fairly certain that went through there. And the pickups go on first. Looks like it's one that goes here. I need to look at the video on this. Right, so I'm looking at this chap on YouTube's done this, and I'll see if I can copy what he's doing. And it certainly, I can see which way around these go now. So that's good. Right, okay. Let's do it. Better. Right, so the next thing is the flywheel, and there's a little bit in there that fits on this keyway, so we can fit that on this keyway, which is there. And I'll put that in upside down. So now that's the correct way round. This keyway should go on here. And there it does. The nut and washer. We'll have to find out the torque value for that nut, and we've got a holder to hold that in place. So let's get that now. And I didn't want it to be any more than that, so that's good. I tell you what, let's call it a day. Yeah, I'm quite happy with the progress that I've made so far. A lot of it is you know, tricky stuff, and I wouldn't have been able to do it if it wasn't for the videos that I've made before talking about this, and the number of times I've gone back to those videos to find out where did this go, where did that go, particularly the routing, things like cables and pipes and tubes and stuff like that. Lots of people say take loads of pictures when you take something apart so you can refer to them. I've done that, and every time I've done that and I've looked back at the pictures, I go, it's not quite showing me what I want to know, because you don't know what you want to know until after the event. Anyway, hopefully, if you're putting together a TZR 250, these series of videos is helping you as well. If it is, then give us a thumbs up, and please subscribe, because I am going to be finishing this off and getting this bike up and running soon. Take care.